was patient, but now we take it. Anytime we want this game, my situation is entertainment intertwined with information. Alchemist soul, how we move the tassel and roll. It's amazing how we can turn something brass to gold. And we steady making hits. Architect with the prop in the scripts. It's logical that the product will flip. My boy Chef did the lineup, I'm fresh in the bitch. Carnivorous podcast and newest showing the list. BQ on the boat, so I'm rocking the ship. While the music gon' be dope and the artist legit. Hold my beard, concrete cord, then stepped in the door. See, that's my man and he reppin' for show. And true saviors a player with flavor. Lexicon Taylor, lines on point like a laser. We need that paper, we building the vault. Cause you niggas don't listen, y'all be waiting to talk. Lack accountability and try to make it our fault. But opposing us is trying to arm wrestle the hawk. You coming up short on your re-up, nigga we up. Really wouldn't want to be up. I kick my feet up. My beef is wagyu and my trunk is all speakers. Bills is all blue and my blunt is all reefer. With possible deniability, that boy eater. High quality whack juice by the liter. They like to call us ops, we got Oppenheimer features. That's the bomb out on the island just to teach you.
I'm a grown man. Better nigga wanna be a real nigga like me. Can't be like me, I'm a crazy ass nigga, no controlling the shit. What you saying to me, no controlling this beat. Crazy to me how you claim me to be. What you don't understand, I'm a G. What you don't understand, I'm a beast. Let me know if you can talk like me. Swag guy with a pipe full of cash on me. That's why I always got a sag on me. Make a bitch pop a tag on me. Put the thing down good, gas on me. I'm a grown man. 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 I've been grown for a while, man. I don't even know what it feel like to be a child, man. I've been living like a wild man. Might do a show, pop everybody in the crowd, man. Like 5, 5, 5. You get it too. Tight on the 1, hitting out the 2. Fucking my bitch only time I come 2. If you want pounds, get them 3 for the 2. Got a whole lot of that, these niggas, they want my spot, I'm perfect. I've been so fucked up that everything I do is purpose. Niggas out there flexing with no money, what's your purpose? I've been so fucked up that everything I do is worth it. Worth it. Been so fucked up that everything I do is worth it. I'm a grown man. Better nigga wanna be a real nigga like me. Can't be like me, I'm a crazy ass nigga, no controlling shit. What you saying to me, no controlling this beat. Crazy to me how you claim me to be. What you don't understand, I'm a G. What you don't understand, I'm a beast. Let me know if you can talk like me. Swag guy with a pipe full of cash on me. That's why I always got a sag on me. Make a bitch pop a tag on me. Put the thing down good, gas on me.
These facts, baby, ease back. Bitches come in threes like them switches sweet leaf packs. It's that where respect it, Waco, Texas, Andre 3 stacks. Pulling bad bitches, what that old Patty B's at? I'm known around this bitch. 8 to half is on the brick. You can't hit my phone for shit, but if you hit my phone for hit, you gon' hear a phone go click. Probably somewhere with my hometown homegirl on some stone and shit. Send her home and shit with that bone that she won't forget. Bitch, I'm on the list. Can't smell shit, I'm cold as shit. Please don't have no bone to pick. I keep that grip, it's loaded. I might take an acid trip, get some brand new acid dip. You can say I mastered this. I made the beat, I'm goated. Yeah, I'm on the list. Can't smell shit, I'm cold as shit. Please don't have no bone to pick. I keep that grip, it's loaded. I might take an acid trip, get some brand new acid dip. You can say I mastered this. I made the beat, I'm goated. Yeah,
I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man. Better nigga wanna be a real nigga like me. Can't be like me, I'm a crazy ass nigga, no controlling shit. What you saying to me, no controlling this beat. Crazy to me how you claim me to be. What you don't understand, I'm a G. What you don't understand, I'm a beast. Let me know if you can talk like me. Swag guy with a pipe full of cash on me. That's why I always got a sag on me. Make a bitch pop a tag on me. Put the thing down good, dance on me.
Crazy, deranged. Man, a nigga had a brand new Cadillac and a whole bunch of hoes in it. He was smooth as ice. Smooth as ice. He was smooth as silk, baby. He was good. Yeah. I see him put it up, put it down. He gotta go down, he rise up. He moved from town to town, place to place, city to city. Nigga got around. Nigga got around. Oh yeah. I go to New York, I hear his name. Yeah. I go to Cleveland, I hear his name. Chicago, I put his name down. They know it.
Check. Chill with the babbling, nigga known for the traveling. Like I can't dribble, I'm hitting hoes with the javelin. Put it in the middle, I'm steady roaming like Vatican's. Syllabus and cannabis, pimping, I'm now establishing. Wolf out the pack, I'm catching stallions straggling. Pussy dead stock, I'm ripping hoes out the packaging. Points that I'm averaging, think Kyrie is passing them the ball. Watch me ball on niggas, it's so spectacular. They ill advised. Stepping in no shit because I'm hella wise. Serving up this pimpin' like some curly fries. A Gus chicken gripping on some girly thighs. Frying like some pickles when I swing and glide. Having conversations, entertaining vibes. I peep on body language and she peeping mine. I ask if she hungry, she say what's her rhyme. I crack a smile and give her ass some curly fries. Said it's such a spectacular feeling. Real rap, no cap, I'll be macking these women. Shiesty down, condom on, I'm attacking that kid. Rent paid, stomach full, spectacular living. Ha, say my closet is hated by people. The fox fur got them hotter than plated fajitas. Her little when I park and they paying the meter. My 2 cents that I give belong to museum.
The nigga had a brand new Cadillac and a whole bunch of hoes in it. He was smooth as ice. Smooth as ice. He was smooth as silk, baby. He was good. Yeah. I see him put it up, put it down. He gotta go down, he rise up. He moved from town to town, place to place, city to city. Nigga got around. Nigga got around. I go to New York, I hear his name. Yeah. I go to Cleveland, I hear his name. Chicago, I put his name down. They know it.
They ill advised. Ain't stepping in no shit because I'm hella wise. Serving up this pimpin' like some curly fries. A Gus chicken gripping on some girly thighs. Frying like some pickles when I swing and glide. Having conversations, entertaining vibes. I peep on body language and she peeping mine. I ask if she hungry, she say what's her rhyme. I crack a smile and give her ass some curly fries.
Here we are. Here we are, man. Talking about this goddamn gorilla. For the last time, I'm hoping though. Because to be honest with you, man, like it's taking some weird turns. You know what I'm saying? It's actually going in some very strange directions, and it kind of all like oddly ties into itself. Like it's one big circle. You know, with the whole. Like even the strangest of comments that you would consider, right? You would probably consider the Cole comment strange, right? You probably consider the Sambo comment strange. Not probably. It just is strange. Mm-hmm. You definitely consider the Uncle Tom comment strange. Even the like playing around about what I meant when I said Uncle Tom is strange. You know what I'm saying? We've been having to beat around the bush with a lot of weird shit. And it feels strange that I feel like I'm the person that's sitting here saying that this some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You see that. Y'all see that. I bought this for me. Not for y'all. But at the same time, like, I got to be able to feel like I can at least acknowledge things that you said and it not be a problem. Because if not, like, I don't understand like how you can say it. You feel me? And maybe that's taking the conversation right where it really needs to be at. But we got a lot of clips. I'm kind of like trying to wait on this to fill up a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna just get to the clips. Cause man, you're wrong. Like, first of all, like the story we some kind of way started out on a story talking about you about to sacrifice a gorilla, right? And really we ended up having a conversations about 2 times where you just lost your goddamn mind. You actually was out there doing the shit, right? That's one time. And now you sitting up here playing like all I said was what you was doing was some bullshit. Come on, man. Why I gotta be the guy? And let's get to it. So I got this shit kind of lined up. And I want to talk about something else other than the gorilla and how Unc lied about it. Because it's funny when you say it like that, but he did almost sacrifice a gorilla. Do y'all know anybody else who was a phone call away from sacrificing a gorilla? Anybody? You closer than me? That's for sure. Like, I definitely wasn't close to sacrificing the gorilla. Joey. Yeah. Nah, that's not the right one. Here we go. We got it lined up, man. Some kind of way. It's like we all forgot what we started. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think Unc know what we started though. This was the well. Hold up, Zane. Maybe I can turn my goddamn computer. What you said? It's about a sacrificing a gorilla, man. This is about a nigga who's sitting up here lied about he was not about to sacrifice a gorilla, and he did. And he tried to make me seem like I lost my goddamn mind. And really, he was really a phone call away. He tried to make it seem like it was some bullshit, bro. And I wasn't even calling him out. Because that's really where all the tension comes from, is he swear to God, I was saying something that I thought everybody knew. I definitely thought everybody knew that he used to sacrifice chickens and almost sacrificed the gorilla, just like a lot of the other stories just openly tell. I thought it was pretty common that he had an experience with the Nuwapians and he was there for a long time. So I mean, if you're there for a long time, like, and then some of the stuff gets like associated with a cult, like that's normal. It's what I tell you what's not normal is to nerd out on what does it mean to be in a cult and try to draw some scientific lines after you done got a name and been there for 5 years just to try to say that you not in a cult. That shit is definitely not normal, bro. So and then try to make me have to do it, right? Come on, man. That's not how that works. That can't be how that works in real life. If y'all walk in on some people sitting around some candles, pouring blood on a stick, right? A group of niggas, y'all gonna think they in a cult, and you're not gonna stay long enough to ask, hey, which one of y'all is the charismatic leader, or you know, how much money y'all got coming in? Nah, you closing the door and say, nah, them niggas is tripping, straight up. Not here though. It's a scientific question of Unc in the cult.
We learned some rituals, right? Learn how to say we sacrifice chickens, yo. Right? So everybody had to get their own chickens, go to the farm, get the chickens, come back, sacrifice the chickens. We had to go to the graveyard. We had to get a gravestone. We had to get some wood from the graveyard. That's the stick y'all see me hold, right? So we did all that. God damn. Hold on. So we did all that. I did the sacrifice. Okay. So these niggas want to the Addy and get a ram. At that point, the chicken shit for me was like, well, that ain't do nothing for me. So I understood at that point, you can't be afraid to do it. If you're afraid to do it, then that means you are scared of the God they taught you about, right? Because we think that African spirituality is evil. It's actually not. It's just some of the custom and traditions. So once I did it, right, it was easy for me to say, well, ain't nothing to this. I'm done with that. Niggas tried to move to the next step was to get around. That's what that was. Wasn't no gorilla.
There wasn't no gorilla, he says, right? This is how the conversation starts. This is actually where the back and forth start. This is before I start getting accused of being lost my mind, right? There was no gorilla. Clearly heard it some kind of way. Everybody else that was in the conversation, they heard it. We all went to sleep that night looking for a gorilla, except Sosa. Sosa was the only one who woke up and said, man, where that $10,000 at? He was the only one, y'all. So I don't know if he tricked them or tricked him, but they definitely the only two people who was there that heard what they heard, moving right along, right? Because there definitely was no gorilla. So we're going to have another instance of the mistaken case of what we are talking about, right? Hold on a second, goddamn. The whole sacrificing of the gorilla. This is so stupid, man. But it's, I guess this is what we got to do, right? Because ain't nobody else seem to be paying attention to what they heard. People still walking around talking about some, we lied, I lied, right? I got something to lie for, right? Then it's so crazy that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Think about how they start. You start off with a story, and the one part in the story where there's a mistake about what was said is the word gorilla. And then you accuse me of saying gorilla out the blue. But come to find out the gorilla is like actually in the story. Hold up. I was supposed to pause it. I can't get to the screen. It's fucking me up. Oh shit. Because he is right. You know what I'm saying? At some point you gotta start pulling into wow. Can y'all hear it? Is my video playing? It must not have been. I think it's tripping. Let's see my here. So y'all heard it, man. We didn't at least got caught up to it, right? I actually, I actually want to move past this. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody actually want to be able to comment on that, but we definitely not finna do that. I can't be the nigga that's the nigga that's hallucinating in a story where you almost killed a gorilla, bro. And that just can't be how that works. It can't be. It could have been anything else, bro. And anything else I could have said about the gorilla, I could have said that you killing the gorilla was really like a get rich quick scheme. We're not gonna go to sleep looking for the get rich quick scheme, right? It's already implied that we still talking about this gorilla. You know what I'm saying? That like we know that the gorilla is actually in the story, and why we sitting up here trying to play like it's me? What? Y'all wanna hear? Maybe he really want to hear that I put some spin on the story. That I thought that the time he was about to kill a gorilla was funny, and and I said that he killed it with his bare hands, didn't need no help, right? And all of that's cool. And why not? Maybe you was fighting the gorilla for money. I don't know. All right, man. That's where we at. I actually don't want to feel like I don't want some wild ass Cedric running around cussing people out behind I'm lying about a goddamn gorilla, right? I feel like this was quick, you know what I'm saying? I said what I had to say. I played literally messing it all up. Some kind of way you got a whole server full of people that didn't understand none of this whole thing to be able to tell you, hey man, you kind of messing it up. And then on top of that, it's me who hallucinating. Me, right? Like the like for real, like the nigga that was kind of looking out for you for real. Yep. So we went on to Umar to Naim Akbar, right? I've been fighting ChatGPT for a super long time, trying to get them to reconcile all this Naim Akbar stuff, and they just won't do it. They won't do it. The only thing that they'll actually give me is that Naim ain't a criminal, right? They try to say he shouldn't be in jail. That they'll actually give me that. I kick that around back and forth. I'm not so sure. I'm definitely not so sure. Got too many windows open. Here we go. So, man, the conversation is gonna end up right where I'm trying to do it. We're gonna go the long way, but that's the fun way, right? We gotta actually look at the first part where this becomes egregious. Because what he did was he actually becomes the president of AB Psi, which stands for the American Black Psychiatry Institution, and he actually decided to go away. He decided to go away from scientific rigor, or in their definition, he decided to change scientific rigor. Right? It's from moving from data-driven therapies to spiritual based therapies. And I guess this was a super long conversation. Didn't really know it, but I think I read pretty fast. That was good. Let me see. Early influence movement. Here we go. Early AB side leaders like Joseph White and Wade Nobles emphasized social cultural context, but largely framed Black psychology within cognitive behavior or humanistic frameworks. Right? Akbar elevated spiritual and ancestral consciousness as central constructs in mental health. He argued that traditional Western psychology ignored transcendent consciousness, a vital element in African heritage. So, like, that's actually, I'm not sure what everybody gets out of that, but maybe the foundation of what this argument actually is saying is that he didn't, when it's saying he doesn't value Western psychology, that actually would be the data-driven psychology, right? The data-driven psychology is what they use now to make African American psychology more effective. You follow what I'm saying? It's like in order for it to be something today, they obviously put the science behind it, and the science is data driven. So the spirituality stuff that Naim Akbar and the gang was suggesting was their way of resisting this Western psychology. Naim Akbar used metaphorical frameworks such as chains and images of psychology of slavery. It's a good book. I suggest everybody to get it. I believe a lot of people in Discord have gotten it, and I got it on PDF. We're supposed to be making our way through it. So, yeah, y'all can hop in that if y'all want to. Pause. Mythological archetypes to structure psychological inquiry. While earlier AB members sought validation through replication and data, Akbar leaned into qualitative, symbolic, and physiological modes of understanding. Well, let's look at that again. Right? While earlier AB members sought validation through replication and data, Akbar leaned into qualitative, symbolic, and philosophical modes of understanding. Not a word you get to see every day. he was less concerned with publication in mainstream psychology journals and more focused on community dissemination, self-published works, and mass education efforts, e.g., lecture circuits, black bookstores. So he really wasn't even attempting to make his stuff mainstream, right? As a matter of fact, he threw all of that stuff completely out the window to be able to do what he did, to be able to not be deemed unethical in all reality. Rather than dismissing scientific rigor, Akbar redefined it. He believed rigorous inquiry must be culturally grounded, historically conscious, and ethnically tied to collective liberation. So, all of that saying is that he's saying he's saying that philosophy or psychology should be political, is what he's trying to say. You can summarize all of that up literally in one word: is that he believed that psychology needs to benefit, I'm guessing, the patient politically. This stood in contrast to previous leaders who accepted traditional markers of rigor, peer review, experimental design, and replication as universal standards. So he just threw all of that out. So when we're actually sitting up there critiquing Naim Akbar, what he actually did, and why it seems as though it's unfair for us, the listening audience, to be in some ways like under attack, right? Or, under the influence, however you want to really put it. If attack is going too far, I would definitely say, under the influences, maybe even a better word. He knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's absolutely capable of putting something together that has some long-term effects on you. He absolutely does. Unless I do it on purpose. That's why he has the degree. In the Akbar papers in African psychology, he wrote, "Science must be accountable for the community it serves. The methods of verification used in Western psychology are alien to the African spirit." What in the hell is the African spirit? I don't know if I can even talk anymore. I actually can't talk about this stuff anymore until I actually get an understanding of what an African spirit is. Until I know what an African spirit is and how he got there, I might just stick with scam for now. He definitely playing around. If he ain't doing nothing else, he playing. Then he playing with our brain though, bro. Y'all know the famous saying we got around here? The niggas like hijacking your intellectual property. That's it for real. Sosa say you sent a journal for me to read. Where you sent it at, in the Discord? Sosa, bro, just be real with me, gang. Just tell me you gonna let Unc get away with it. Just acknowledge the fact that you see that this nigga actually switched that shit right in front of everybody, and a whole motherfucking discord of people literally think I'm lying about a goddamn 10,000. Ask ChatGPT what Akbar meant by African spirit. Okay. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna take that out. I don't want to confuse the computer, bro. He might go to tripping if I do too much. I don't want you to make no excuses. I'm asking what you asked. What did he mean? African spirit, the concept is central to his Afrocentric psychology. By spirit, Akbar did not mean a ghost or mystical entity in the Western sense, but rather a vital essence of African identity, consciousness, and humanity that links black people to their ancestral traditions, culture, and worldview. Which ancestral traditions? I keep saying it. A collective essence. The African spirit represents the shared cultural memory and identity of African descended people. It connects individuals to ancestors, community, and creation. The fundamental premise of African Black psychology is the acknowledgement of the forces that imbue and empower the African spirit. It, I haven't heard an explanation yet. Akbar saw the spirit as the root of the psychological health, the root of psychological health. So it was that important. Okay. In contrast to the Western psychology, which often reduces human to the mind and body, healing required spiritual regeneration, not just behavior modification or symptom relief. You sound like he casting spells, dog. This nigga a mage. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers ever play? Y'all motherfuckers ever play Gauntlet Legends? So pure magic ass nigga right here. Real talk. A clerk. Let me see. He argued that slavery and colonialism attempted to disrupt and suppress the African spirit. Okay, disrupt African culture. You know, I gotta get all spiritual, causing psychological alienation, reviving the spirit. Reviving the spirit was therefore a form of liberation psychology. Chains and images of psychological slavery framed enslavement as not only economic but also spiritual. Who was that? What's up, bro?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Doing great, actually. Loving this topic that you're going through, and just wanted to kind of maybe make a few points. If you want to kind of keep continuing, or I can kind of go ahead and say a few things now.
Now, where are you at with the conversation? What you think about Naim Akbar?
I think you're absolutely right, but there's a bigger picture that we're forgetting, and I think I've seen from the outside in. I'm in Germany, but I've seen in the last few years this whole thing that's happening with the FBAs and the Pan Africans and whatnot. And let me make sure I say this correctly. The story that's been told is that we as Black Americans, we came from Africa, through slave ships. That's pretty much the overall narrative, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's a simple way to put it. I got you.
Okay. So, but logically speaking, when wars happen and somebody comes to a new land, what usually happens? They come to that land, they kill majority of the men, take the women, repopulate with them, and the children they raise and groom to be the men that are workers. That's usually what happens, correct?
I'm following you. I'm not like I guess that much depth of history to know. I know that there's a lot of wars that happen, and typically, the people who win, or typically the people who lose, they're typically assimilated back into society as kind of like those worker roles. I get what you're saying. And they then become the labor class, right? I get you.
Yes. So this is just a theory and an idea. It's not a belief. Beliefs, you'll kill for, fight for. I have ideas, but it makes logical sense to me that if Black Americans actually believed or knew, whatever word you want to say, that they were already in America for a very, 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 very long time. And
who was in America?
Most Black people. Sorry, go ahead. What's up?
You said who was in America for a long time?
People of color.
By long, like longer than 20,000 years?
20, I should say about 20,000 years, 15,000 years is probably when they maybe came over off the before the ice stuff melted in Alaska. So my theory is that Black people came from there and came to Americas and found them. Black people were very much Vikings and we don't know about it, and maybe found the Americas and found the people that were already in America, and then Black people came, and that's why we had so many dark-skinned indigenous tribes. My theory is that when white supremacy came, or whatever you want to, the Columbuses or whatever, they created this narrative that they brought a whole bunch of Africans to America to so-called be the Black community, when in reality, it was probably more likely that a Black community was already in the Americas and they were enslaved. And they told this story that, oh, well, you all came from Africa.
Okay, I got to slow you down. You starting to go a little bit too fast for me, right? So how did you say, because let's go back to, you said the people came from Alaska. So
yes.
Are you trying to say they didn't come from Africa? Like they didn't some kind of way get to Alaska from Africa?
Yes, they did. I'm saying that through the migration, when that barrier was still there and it wasn't water, I think there was a lot of people that came over through Alaska and down to the
those people of color. Then maybe that's where I'm lost about why you needed to say that.
Which part did I say? Which
right,
part?
you were talking about the native Indians of North America, those people, and you called them people of color.
Yes.
Right?
They're just as dark as you might be, yes, and darker than me, yes.
Okay, perhaps some of them maybe.
Yes.
So, but what's the significance of that? I'm trying to figure out.
I'm about to make it full circle, because if we as Black Americans actually believed that and didn't believe the lie, because logistically it just doesn't make sense that they brought over so many people from Africa to be the Black community of America. My theory is that there was already a brown-skinned, dark-skinned people of America, and they enslaved them, but they told them the story of this coming from Africa so they would not realize that they had a home already here. And that's why we rejected a lot of things. That's why we cling to Christianity and capitalism versus going back to our original religion, which would have been indigenous. And on a global scale, indigenous religions have been eradicated in Canada, America, South America, Australia, and Japan. It's one of the few religions that's been almost annihilated. And my theory is that because if we as Black people had clinged on to that religion versus Christianity, we wouldn't be so inclined to deal with the capitalism that makes us do the demonic things that we do as a culture now. And the last thing I will say is that if we also understood this, maybe we would have more inclination of having reparations, because I promise I'm gonna make it full circle. If
Okay.
we had,
Go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you try to pull this off.
okay, if we had understood this, then we would have more inclination to have reparations, because the only reason they say we can't get reparations because they say, oh well, no, you came from Africa, so you don't get reparations. It's too difficult. But if we as Black people in America who have been here for, let's say, more than 5 or 6 generations had said, wait, well, no, we do deserve reparations because you gave reparations to the indigenous tribes. You've given them benefits, and that's our religion. If we had claimed that, then we would have much more of an inclination to get the benefits versus. Okay, what's up?
Now I'll say I'm gonna start drug testing niggas before they just come up on my shit rambling like that. I gotta slow you down and try to figure out where you coming from or all that kind of crazy stuff, bro. Like I'm trying to figure out. Maybe you didn't really hear the one question I asked, right?
Okay.
The one question I asked, it was how was the color part of it relevant, and then you brought up religion, and you started going some. I don't know. I really don't, right? So
I brought up the color part because there was already maybe a people that were here in America that
have to do with their religion.
Because Black people, we are in America aligned with Christianity mostly, or fake Christianity. When you ask most Black people in America, they'll say they're Christian. Is that correct?
I mean, that's all everybody in America. Like America is predominantly Christian. It's not predominantly.
Surprisingly, on a global scale, 54% of white people are atheists. So in actuality, on a global scale, it's more Black people, Hispanic, it's more Black people, Latin people, and Asian people who actually uphold Christianity than it actually is white people.
Bro, in Berlin,
yes.
Do you go by something? I usually go by logic.
I try to stay in logic. Yes.
No, I'm saying what do your what do I want to call you something other than bro in Berlin? Like, do I just say bro? Or
you can call me Jason, man. Yeah, we can just let's take a conversation. It's Jason. Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Jason, man?
What's up, sir?
My internet moniker is Logic, so I'm gonna go
just for the sake of conversation. I'll make it's easier sometimes if you just do a name and.
No, it's all good, bro. So why is any of that important, right? Why is them being here originally and them being dark skinned and them being religious, like what does that have to do with anything?
Because a lot of idiocracy is being happened now with people going to this Pan-African stuff, when in reality it's all a distraction. It's all it's a misplaced faith, and so many, I think, African Americans have tried to find their identity through this Pan-African stuff that's not really in our elders. Our elders were never maybe our elders were them maybe 2,000 years before 2000, like you went far back, and you're absolutely correct. But from that 2000s to now, the majority of our elders were possibly indigenous religions. Okay, and so we're forgetting that and thinking that, oh, we just came from Africa, and so we're forgetting that whole 20,000 year gap. So us trying to say like, oh, we need to go focus on the Pan-Africanism, and it's like, in reality, we maybe should have focused on the indigenous religions, because that's actually closer to us in timeline. And that's, I just think that we're missing instead of trying to focus on the whole Pan-Africanism, that's a lot of it. It's kind of, I think we would be better off focusing on the indigenous religions that have been globally erased.
The indigenous religions were sacrificing animals, right?
Every religion has sacrificed something. Yes. Name a religion that didn't sacrifice stuff.
No. So how many animals you sacrifice?
None. Well, let me take that back. The food that I eat could be actually saying, like, the food that I ate but me actually killing an animal and sacrificing it through a ritual, I've never done. I lived on a farm and I've killed animals. I'm from Oklahoma.
So why do you want me to do it?
Why do I want you to do what?
You trying to say all Black people should return to indigenous religion?
No, I didn't say they should return to it. I said they should analyze it and look at it versus this. on this side because the
what
Pan
we be
Africanism
analyzing.
is becoming an identity. It's becoming like a cool thing to do, and they don't really mean it.
Jason,
It's
that's
becoming
what
a
we be
caricature.
analyzing. We would be analyzing. We'd be analyzing cutting the head off a chicken, right?
Okay.
And then just pouring the blood on the stick and watching the blood hit the stick on the ground and a rock, and then back to the stick again. Like that's the type of shit that the ancestors were doing. That you talking about analyzing, right?
Well, yes. I mean, is it any different from the same stories that we analyze in Christianity?
Well, you want to analyze it, but I'm saying like you don't need no laboratory to go do no shit like that. Matter of fact, you probably could go in the graveyard in the back of Kinko's and pull that shit off, dog. For real, for real. Now it's got to be a graveyard too, nigga. Like for real, for real. And then it's got to be a graveyard where like people who was buried in there, they made some money.
Did you just call me the N-word though?
You can't even go do this in a hood.
Wait, sir, did you just call me the N-word though? Why?
Oh, you not my nigga?
What does that word mean?
Oh, that means bro in Berlin, and that means in American. That's what it means.
No. What's the logical definition of the N-word?
Does that bring like bad spirits with it when I say it?
Yes, but I'm just asking, what's your logical definition of the N-word?
Homie, you speak.
So when we're angry at each other and yelling the N-word, are we meaning homie?
Yeah, I'll shoot the shit out you, homie. Yeah.
Then homie doesn't mean it. It's not so the N-word is not a positive thing, correct?
Not all the time. Sure isn't.
So when you said it right then, what did you mean it as a positive or a negative?
It was positive.
How? If it's this, okay.
Because I didn't use it in the negative. That's how. Why are you being sensitive right now?
I'm just wait. Okay, so now I'm being sensitive. I'm just asking you to define the word because I think the N-word means less than a man. That's the logical definition of it. The N-word means something that can be degraded. The N-word means it's you're something that can be robbed and taken advantage of because you're less than a man. That's my logical kind of definition of the N-word. But if you have a better definition, by all means, tell me.
No, say that shit. Say it again. What's your definition of the N-word?
I said the definition of the N-word means simply something that's less than a man, something that can be degraded, something that can be like when people are speaking like, oh, it means I can rob that person because it's less than a man. I can kill that person because it's less than that. N-word is stupid.
So you're operating right now in real life off of like the Constitution from like 1619 or some dumbass shit.
I'm still waiting. What's your definition for the N-word? Because you're saying it means homie, but when I hear people say the N-word, it's usually a trigger to an altercation. When people start using the N-word, that's why you see a lot of times when white people are fighting, even Hispanic people are fighting, they're calling each other the N-word because they're angry at each other.
This might actually be like a cultural thing. So, are you really from Berlin? Are you like?
No, I'm from Oklahoma.
Nigga, what? See, now
I'm from Oklahoma.
Shit.
What?
Like now, see, like that was.
Why are you calling me? Wait, I said I'm from Oklahoma. I'm from America. What's the problem?
Hey, Peter. Hey, Haskell, bro. I actually do need some help, bro. I'd rather argue with you than him, and he's actually better at this than you because he got to be playing dumb. He said he grew up in Oklahoma. His name. Bro in Berlin.
I've been in Berlin for 10 years. Yes, bro in Berlin.
Okay, maybe you haven't had any of your friends just be like, "Man, what's up, my nigga?" You know what I'm saying?
I've had my friends also when they're getting ready to kill or fight somebody be using the N-word. So I don't think the N-word is a positive. So that's why I was asking. So when you called me the N-word, I was asking, are you using this in a negative or a positive connotation?
No, is that like a charge word? Is it like when you about to charge in the battle, use that what you?
It seems like it. I would say it is.
And y'all motherfuckers go out there.
No, like F
is that
you
what
N-word.
I was doing? Because that's what you do.
I think the word we should stop using in the first place, but that's just my own opinion. And what I've seen in panels a lot of times is when people start using the N-word and then they try to have these conversations, it ends up kind of leading to an altercation or argument. And
just because
I'm not trying to have an argument, I'm just trying to have a conversation.
Damn. Damn, son. You smoke? You smoke weed?
In my past, yes. Am I high right now? No.
So you smoke weed, and you from Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
You eat chicken,
Yes.
and you not a nigga, son. See,
Wait, 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 wait. Why are you? What does that mean? Okay, you keep calling me the N word for some reason.
all
So
right.
again,
Jason, look.
I told you my name. You asked me what do you want me to call me. I actually gave you my governmental name, and you still keep referring to me as the N word. I thought me giving you my name would have been like, okay, let's have a respectful conversation. I didn't ask you for your yes, sir.
Fried or baked chicken?
In my past,
No, right now.
Baked.
Baked?
Yes. Now that I'm living healthy, yes. I don't eat much fried food.
I see. I'm starting to see why.
Because it gives you heart disease, and the cancers that we eat in America are almost deadly. And I'm in Germany.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, real quick. All right, you're offended by it. I appreciate that. What do you and he apologized for that. What are you up here to talk about?
I was actually I agreed a lot with what he was saying
that?
with the pain. I actually was watching for about the last maybe 8 minutes, and I was agreeing with a lot what he was saying about the Pan-Africanism. And the only point that I was go ahead. What's the question? Because I was trying to answer your question.
What were you agreeing with?
I was about to.
Okay, go ahead, boss.
If you just, I promise, I'm not long-winded. I'm a career bartender. I'll make this point in full circle, like in less than a minute. Okay.
Go ahead and say what you got to say.
I would like to just let me get it out. I promise. Okay.
All right, now real quick. I feel like you're being facetious, right? So listen, I'm gonna say this the last time. Go ahead and get your point out, right? We're gonna do this a different way now. Go ahead and get your point out. Say whatever you want. When I'm done talking, go ahead and start talking. Go ahead, boss.
All I'm saying is, one, on these panels, it usually leads to nothing but arguments. I'm trying to just have the conversation, and what happens a lot of times when people are trying to make a point, people interrupt it, and it turns into the argument.
Cool.
If you just give me a moment, all right, man. I'm not being facetious. I'm just doing the art of conversation. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I was agreeing with what he was saying earlier and the points he was making. And what I was just trying to do was just come on and make the point is that maybe as a culture, we need to stop looking at the Pan-African culture, because it's been a lot of it romanticized, mythicized, and it's not really based in a lot of fact, but in a lot of superstitions. Mm-hmm. And I was saying that it might make more beneficial sense for us to go and look at the indigenous cultures, because the 5 civilized tribes have pretty much eradicated all the other tribes. But if we want to find maybe a code that was maybe the closest to what our ancestors and elders followed, it might make more sense to look at that religion and cling to that versus clinging to this ideology of Pan-Africanism. That was my only point. I was wanting to kind of agreeing with what he was saying.
Okay. Logic, were you saying that? Or would you agree that that's what you were saying?
I wasn't really kind of like speaking towards that, because when he explained what I was explaining, he took me down some spiritual rabbit hole, and what I was talking about was that spirituality should not have been in there. That everything I was reading was saying, why not Akbar? Why, like, it was saying that he was reducing or redefining the scientific rigor that we would consider.
Oh, you was talking about Naim Akbar before that?
He was. Yeah, how he decided to just ignore scientific data to use spirituality. So he's like, yeah, I agree with that. So if that's what he agreed with, he wasn't agreeing with me.
Okay. And you said you was from Oklahoma or Germany or something? I'm a little confused. You were born in Oklahoma and you live in Germany. What's your name?
I was born in Baton Rouge. I was raised in Oklahoma.
Oh, Baton Rouge. Okay.
Yeah.
What's
the question?
What's your name? No, I'm saying, what's your name? I don't know what to call you.
Jason.
Okay, Jason. So Jason, yes. Do you classify yourself as anything? Like you said you're not with Pan-Africanism, so I would assume you're not with FBA. Are you like do you fall under any kind of classification, like any kind of what do you connect yourself with, like an ABO or something like that? Because I heard you
No,
I heard you say something in and around people were here before the Americas or something.
No, people were here before the Americas. I mean, they were. Or what do you?
No, I mean black people.
I mean, yeah, I think people back then were dark skinned, probably about the same complexion that this gentleman with the hat is on. So, I mean, would they be considered black people? I think they were darker skinned. So, I mean,
I'm saying, do you consider yourself an abo?
I don't know what an abo is, sir. I really don't.
Okay, so what do you? So you consider yourself a black man? You consider yourself
yes,
German?
I'm considering myself black.
Okay. All right. So Logic, do
I
you
think
agree
you got
with
like fried chicken to be black, man. I don't know.
That's a stereotype, sir. So you can't be a black person who's a vegan.
Stop.
A black person can't be a vegan.
He's making a joke. You're just not laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's making a joke. You're just not laughing. Hey, well, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much. I appreciate time on the panel.
Yeah, we didn't.
Man, I wanted to speak to him.
Nah, hell no. Hey, man, why y'all up here playing, bro? Why y'all up here playing?
No,
something like you can tease fools, but sometimes like this shit that shit was bad media. I don't even know. What was the point?
I don't know why he hit the button, man. He didn't really speak to anything I was really talking about. But I guess this kind of is where that's gonna happen on YouTube, right? So.
No, I get it. What's up, due diligence?
Peace to you, man.
It was an asinine conversation. I'm in the bathroom at the damn Giants-Jets game.
Listen, I jumped in whenever y'all was talking about, you know how you can use nigga in different ways, and he just didn't. He was acting like that he couldn't identify with, using the N-word in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody to be born in America in our same age brackets to not know that you can use the N-word in an endearing way, I think he was being disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what kind of threw Logic off too, because and he started being funny about it because somebody that's black that's born in America and you can't identify with the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, real quick, due diligence.
I
know I cut you off, and I know the rules. I apologize, but we do have to have, and would y'all both agree, even if they African American, even if they're from America, wherever they live, there are people that don't like the N-word. So when you do, how can I say this? If he stand on his square and he really just don't like it, I ain't gonna knock him for it. You know what I mean? Because I know other people that don't like it. I understand your point too, that he should kind of have some understanding, but the N-word do kind of offend some people. I don't know if y'all around people like that, but there are people that if you was to say that to them, and they fully American, they'd be pissed off.
So Brass,
no, just do you see my point first, due diligence? Do you at least see my point?
Yeah, but you misrepresent his position.
I wasn't here. I don't know.
I know. So let me
enlighten
you.
Enlighten me.
He was telling Logic that he didn't know that it was possible that you could use the N-word for a term of endearment. And Logic was trying to explain that to him, like, no, I wasn't saying that to you in a derogatory way. And he was like, oh, the only way that I know that it can be used is in a derogatory way. And Logic and me listening to it was just like, this nigga is full of shit. There's no way you can be born in America. And I'm from Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised. You know what I'm talking about? And this guy, you cannot be a black person in America and act like that you can't. That in our age bracket, right? It'd be different if you in your 50s, 60s, 70s. Then okay, then you don't identify with that. But anybody from 40s and down and younger know that you can use the N-word for terms of endearment. Do people not like it? Yes, but he wasn't saying that he didn't like it. He was acting as if he didn't know that you can use it in that way, and you know that that's bogus.
Okay, well, yeah, if he's saying he didn't know that you could use it in that way, that's one thing. But if a stranger call another stranger, they don't know each other. I'm assuming Logic ain't never met him. The reason why I said Abo, I don't even, I don't know if he took that person or not, but it was just the part that I did hear as I was leaving from my seat. I heard him talking about the people here before America, so I assumed that that's where he was going. But when he said he agreed with what Logic was talking about, and then he said it, I was like, I don't think that's what Logic was talking about, but okay. But yeah, shouts to you, brother. There's no disrespect. It's just if you were offended, we apologize from the channel. And if you didn't understand, that's probably like some confusion on our part. You're from Oklahoma, you moved to Germany, I think Langston University, you said. But shouts to you. We appreciate you even watching. I don't know what time it is over there, but you know, we appreciate you. What's going on? What's going on with your due diligence besides that?
Nothing. I was just checking in, man. I hopped in the conversation late, so I was just coming to, hang out. That's all.
Okay, cool. Where's Chef and Corey at? I was trying to listen, but I couldn't hear you over the fucking what's the name? So we was tailgating. So I went and now I'm over to the car now. So
but Logic, did I recap that correct? Because I don't want to misrepresent the brother either.
You was absolutely right. It was like it was that exact moment when I said, Jason, yo, you from Oklahoma.
Corey in the building.
From Oklahoma, you done smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers done called you nigga before, like in a way where it wasn't somebody attacking you. So like just cut the bullshit out. Like at that point, that's when I said, nah, you bullshit. And maybe I could have handled that different, but at that time it was like, nah, you playing nigga. So that's when I got silly too. I said, okay, you like fried chicken or baked chicken, you know what I'm saying? So
indeed.
Shout out to Jason, bro. What's going on, Stu? Whoa, hold on, Stu. What's going on, Corey? Can you hear us? Text Corey. I don't think you can hear him. Oh, he fixing what's the name? What's going on, Stu?
I need to push. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly.
All right. Discord don't work with Bluetooth well. I have to push back on the N word.
Who?
Me personally.
No,
I don't.
I know who you are. I'm saying which person. What I said or what due diligence said.
What due diligence said.
Okay, good.
I find it, and this is me speaking.
Okay.
And this is many Caribbean people speaking too. Because when it was beginning to be introduced in lexicon where people just casually calling other people that, a lot of people push back. Let me go inside because they were smoking.
Okay.
Cool. A lot of people
if you can hear us. Okay.
A lot of people push back.
Right.
Because my thing with
all right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
we
record. Let's
yeah.
Let's make sure. Go ahead, Stu Peace. Get your shit off.
Yeah. Original word was used as a weapon. And although weapons can be positive and negative, we don't leave them out in the open. We don't just casually wield them. We don't casually wield a sword. We don't leave it out in the open. We don't just use it and then we say, oh, this is now a term of endearment that we own. Like Denzel Washington, my nigga. No. I can't even say it properly. Because it's not a normal part of my vocabulary. It cringes to most people outside of the world when they hear black people referring to themselves as Negroes. But the 40 million black people in America believe that it's a term of endearment, and I can scale it down. Less than 40 million people. Because some grandmothers, you can't call them that. Some aunties and uncles, you can't call them that. Because they work hard to remove any presence of that in their life. Because it was a sword that was used against black people. It was wielded not in affection. And when other cultures say it, they're not calling themselves. When I hear Chinese people saying it to other Chinese people, it's like they're referring to themselves as being ratchet. Oh, it's not a term of endearment. It's not a positive. It's about me laughing at it. Oh, you're so ratchet today. You're so niggerish today.
Okay.
It never used by other people. People as positive.
I get
what's
you.
That's a statement, but did you have a question or you just stating your case?
So I'm just saying that to ask him why do you believe that black people should be using this word?
So interesting. So I don't know how long that you listen to the conversation, Stoopies. right? But I don't have an issue with black people, and this was the same point that Brass was making too. Like some people find it offensive, right? But that wasn't the conversation. The conversation was the guy was acting like that he didn't know
Oh
that it
no,
could
he
be.
know the conversation due diligence. This is a
Just let
separate question. No, this is a
just
separate
I
question.
know, but I'm trying to
Okay,
give
okay,
him
okay. My fault. My fault. I cut you. Go ahead, bro.
right.
Hey, real
So
quick,
that
do
Hold
y'all
on.
know how to control the volume on like the volume in my headset on
It's
the
too loud.
Yeah, y'all way too loud. I don't know how to turn y'all down.
I just hold on. Hold
No, it's
on.
I need to do it
No,
on my
yours
side.
is on all the way. How does it sound now? How
Yeah,
does it
it's
sound now?
y'all
Now,
sound
now.
y'all good. It's
check,
just
check,
that
check.
I need to figure out how to turn it down on
Turn
my
I
it
just
side.
down.
turned it down. I just clicked your mic volume.
No,
That's your mic
No,
volume.
no,
I
not his
not
can't
my
do
mic
it.
not my
volume,
mic.
his headphone volume.
Not
If
Oh
you
not
yeah,
go on
I
your
don't know.
screen and click
Yeah, I
the
can't do
click
it.
the icon that has a speaker on it on your screen, you can turn down your headphone volume with the icon that has the speaker icon.
I swear I don't see the damn speaker icon though.
You see the three dots?
I see the three dots on my screen,
Yeah,
right?
click the three dots where your camera is.
Uh-huh.
And that should open up all your audio settings.
No, it says edit avatar and name and all of that. I ain't getting it. I hate this StreamYard because
StreamYard,
I
we
don't
all
know.
know. But if you and Chef was on time, we'd be on Zoom. So just yes, sir. There's a price you gotta
But
pay for it,
I
Chef.
can deal with it. I can deal
For
with it.
just for a little while.
All right, so
I'll
check it
figure it
out.
out.
So
Go ahead.
Stupies. Um, I like I said, I don't know if he was there for the full conversation, but for a recap, right? I was just addressing the dude acting like it couldn't be used in that way, and acting like to be born in America to act like as if you don't know that it can be used in that way, right? You're saying that you have a problem with black people using it in that way. And this is what I would say to you, Stupies. I respect that. I wouldn't use it to you in that way. But I grew up in an environment where people did, right? So I respect anybody. Like I have uncles, I have family, I have friends. I got a job. So if people don't like me to use it, I don't. I don't never press it on nobody. But from where I come from, we use it and I don't mind it. But if you mind it, I respect you, Stupies. You my brother. I won't use it with you. And that's how I see it, right? I don't impose it on nobody. So I understand and I respect everything that you're saying, right? I understand how the term can be where it come from and how it makes people cringy. I feel that. So I wouldn't use it with you, right? But I have people in my life that we use it with and we don't mind. So that's just me.
What you
The
think about
question
that,
I was,
Corey? Where logic go?
yeah, the question I was asking is, but should we be using it, and why do we use it? Should we be using it, Brad? Should we be using it, Corey? And why do you use it? Why do you feel that a blunt weapon like that should we just be used casually now?
Because we don't look at it like a blunt weapon, CP. So, like, listen, if we saw it like you did, and matter of fact, there was a time in America, um, African Americans had a major problem with the N word, and you would hear it a lot more. Like when I was younger, you would hear it a lot more. Like, you know, yeah, don't say that, But now they say it in front of their teachers, video games, it's in every song, this and the other. So I mean, over time, it's lost. But I'm not a linguist in that way. I could just say I can kind of concur with due diligence. Where I grew up, in Ohio, it wasn't necessarily cool at all. And then when I moved to Newark, it was very cool, and I had to adjust. It was like a culture shock. So
So
it's not all African Americans, Stu. That's why I
yeah,
have a bit of a different perspective on
it's
it.
a culture.
I won't, yeah, but I won't
It's
call
a,
another African American a nigga unless they call me that. Even if they mean it like in the conversational sense. I won't even say colloquial. Just the conversation. What's up, nigga? It's like, all right, cool. But I know the difference. That's just an African American thing. I know if it means he about to kill me or if we about to go, have a drink or something like that. So it's
So
it's just
to your
different.
point, Brass,
Yeah.
Stoopies, where you from? Stoopies,
No, I'm
what
Jamaican. I'm
you from?
Jamaican. I've lived in America for more than 10 years, but I'm Jamaican.
So the reason why you probably can't comprehend it is because American culture and different regional places is like that. You know, it's in the music, it's in the projects, it's in the school, it's on, TV, it's on, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you didn't grow up in a culture that used that word just as a casual word, then you probably won't understand. And I wouldn't expect you to understand it or accept it. And I'm not saying that people should use the word, right? I'm just saying that where I come from, we use it. You know what I'm saying? If you find it derogatory, then I wouldn't use it towards you or around you, and I respect that. Same thing as Brass Party, same thing as everybody up here. But we came up from young, as it being something that's just casual and not necessarily derogatory, like unless like Brass said, and somebody puts it in a derogatory or a pejorative sense, right? It's the way that you use it, and that's just American culture. It's a part of American culture, whether you believe it or not.
Okay. All right, cool. I gotta move on to the actual show. Corey and Logic actually have a show. I don't know if y'all still waiting on Chef, but they got I'm assuming they was doing content before this. I'll add Joey in. Joey, you can state your piece, and then I want to move on to the actual show.
Good night,
Go
good
ahead.
night. What's up?
All right, good night.
Well,
Word.
I guess we've figured if you use the word enough in an endearing manner, it no longer has any power over you, as opposed to someone who grew up hearing the word and it wasn't cute. So I guess that's the logic behind using the word. But in this community, when people call their niggas, not always complimentary. Just so you know that, Brian. Some people mean it in the original intent.
Yeah, no question. But as an African American, I'm pretty cool. I'm pretty good, and I'm sure due diligence, Corey and Logic would agree that we can definitely tell the difference. It's kind of like that Bernie Mac joke. I know the difference when you saying MF. I know if you trying to kill me, rob me, shout me out. I can tell the difference in conversations. So it's like just being here. It's just a difference, and that's why I understand Stu P's point because I know where he's from. So what he's saying is 100% valid because when you go outside the country, I don't know if y'all how many people have been out. When you go out, you don't hear it as much. You hear the youth saying it a little more, but like the adults, they don't really say it as much at all. So I understand that. Y'all got any other points you was getting off? And Jason, you definitely weren't a distraction. It's just y'all caught each other off guard. You know what I mean? And then kind of like the culture shock of what he was saying versus what you were saying, and then the actual tone of the show was something completely different, and you kind of walked into something that was going somewhere else. I'm introducing the Black community in Berlin to Neely Fuller. Oh, okay. Shouts to you, my brother. I'm gonna drop the Discord link for you. We got a couple people from Germany in our Discord, actually. So I'm gonna drop the link for you. Maybe if you want to join the Discord, we got better conversations. But I definitely would like to have that conversation about Neely Fuller with you. All right. Where Corey at? Corey, why y'all keep dropping Corey? All right. What's going on, Corey? What's going on with you?
Peace. Am I heard good? I think I got
sound
everything.
Amazing, my brother. You sound amazing.
I got everything together now.
What's up?
Okay.
So I'm just following Logic's lead. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on 1 second. Let me just do something for you, Corey. Hey, Joey, Stu Peas, and Due Diligence. This is a different show now.
Yeah,
Y'all
you're jumping off. I'm jumping off. I'm jumping off.
You might want to jump off. This is a different conversation. All right, go ahead. Yeah, I figured that's where this was going. All right, y'all got it. I'm Logic. Can you run it? I'm gonna go ahead and step. I'm gonna get back to the football game. All right, my brother. Hey, y'all. I would say y'all be good. But, hey, y'all go ahead, my brother.
I could DJ this right quick.
All right, I'm out of here.
I'm gonna DJ this right quick. I mean, not a Corey's in here. We could put a little bit more context, right? I got a little bit more. I got another person that was there for the conversations, right? That's not going to some kind of way come, I guess, come behind the conversation and feel like we was talking about $10,000, right? Right. You wouldn't make no mistake like that, right, Corey? Ain't no goddamn way we was sitting up here for 2-3 days talking about $10,000. If it was about $10,000, it wouldn't have even been worth bringing it up, right? Because you want to know what's crazy, Corey? We could be asking crazy questions like how in the hell niggas sacrificing animals in the goddamn graveyard got $10,000 for a gorilla, right? We could be asking all kind of silly ass shit, right?
Right. It's a lot of ways to kind of delve in, and if it was about the $10,000, it's a lot of ways to delve into the $10,000 spot, right?
But ain't about
$10,000 ain't was never the crux of the argument. It was never the crux of the argument.
And you know what's crazy? I actually got Unc saying it himself. He know it's about the gorilla, bro. And you know what? I don't like how crazy I gotta feel to be the guy that's like tripping in a story about the time he almost killed the gorilla. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of eat me up. That's kind of fucking with me a little bit.
It's wild. It's an art. It's got to be it's an art the way it's done. That the way you could take something that's supposed to highlight something else and then make it shine on somebody else. So like how these guys is behind it. Now put that thumbnail up one more time, because the thumbnail really says a lot there. You really did a good job with that thumbnail. I need to see that one more, because they're behind. You can see the Kinkos. You see the Kinkos in the background, right?
Oh shit!
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I hear a lot when we're having these discussions. You can go back to but
I got it all in there, bro. It's the graveyard. You see the goddamn chickens all around. They ain't even picking up behind themselves.
I think a couple of them already bludgeoned to death, right?
Is there any way that I can be brought up to speed, because I have no idea what you guys are talking about, and if not, I can excuse myself. But it sounds like y'all having like a, like an inside joke type conversation. You know what I mean? Like, can we get some context?
Absolutely, I'm willing to give up all the context I can conjure up, right? So years ago, Brother Ankh had told me a story. We was all, I'll tell you, because I don't think even anybody even heard like kind of how I got involved in the story, right? So years ago, we used to have an iPhone, chat, and we would all get on the iPhone. We would talk pretty much most of the day, just the way we do the Discord now is the way we would do the iPhone chat. We would do it the FaceTime chats or whatever. So there was a time where it was a few of us on the phone, and we was kind of talking about like our pseudo beginnings, how some of the things we used to believe, or some of the pseudo things we still believe in, that we just kind of we know they're pseudo, but we just refuse to let them go. I always give the example of me when on Saturdays I dust my plants, and I kind of I water my plants, but I kind of talk to my plants, and you can say it's pseudo all you want, but I think when you talk to your plants, I think they grow a little healthier. I think they feel the love in the air, right? You know what I mean? I think when I touch them and all of that, you wipe them down, you wipe the leaves down or whatever. I think that's goes to their well-being, right? It's just a pseudo thought of mine, and if it's pseudo, oh well, I'm fine with it. I just still believe it, right? So we had these kind of discussions, right? And so Ankh was telling us about one time where, you know, him and his buddies were wanting to be involved in voodoo. They thought, well, you know, we want to get involved in some African spirituality, and we want to do some voodoo. So they started out. I guess this guy had a farm. They knew some guy with a farm, and he said that they started out sacrificing chickens. And then the guy was like, well, we can get a goat. And then I don't know how far they went. I do know they at least sacrificed a chicken, right? But there was talks of a goat being sacrificed. I don't know. I'm not totally sure if they sacrificed a goat. I believe in the story that he told me, though, that he did sacrifice the goat, but it was a lot of blood. So then when they was like, we want to do a ram, he was like, nah, you know what I mean? It was the story was told to me like three years ago. It could be even 4 years ago, right? It's been a while, right? So it's a very vague story. It's very I never even remembered it until Logic brought it up the other day. It was never a big deal to me, right? But anyway, so I believe like somebody suggested a ram, and they was like, nah, we ain't doing no shit like that. I think Unc was saying that. But then the guy that was selling them the farm animals, right? He told them, look, I can get y'all a gorilla, right? And they was like, yo, that dude, you wild as hell, you know what I mean?
What?
Yeah. So let me finish, right? So this is, and now when he's telling me, at least me, I can only remember from my standpoint of it, right? I know it was a few other people on the call, but I don't know, like, I don't remember what they were saying or how they took it. You know what I mean? But it was just funny to me. And, you know, we were talking about our pseudo beginnings, and they never even entertained the guy about like attaining this gorilla or nothing. It was just a silly thing that this guy said. As a matter of fact, I think Unc thought along the lines that I would have thought. You know what I mean? Unc started thinking like, yo, this dude trying to set us up or something. I think this dude's the police or something. You know what I mean? Immediately, that's what I would have thought, right? So, yeah, we laughed about it, and it was funny, and that was it. I think somebody else started telling their pseudo story after that. So, but the point is, we brought this story up, right? And he acted like there was no such thing as him talking about the gorilla in him telling me the story, right? As if I had made this, and Logic had made this gorilla portion of the story up out of whole cloth. So we went through some argument and back and forth, but lo and behold, he shows a video with him discussing the gorilla with somebody else. Now, I hadn't seen this video, so it's evident that he had told this story more than once to multiple different people. As a matter of fact, in multiple different ways. So there we have it. You know, Concrete Corey is actually not a liar. He's actually a truth teller. So you go ahead and tell your version of it, Logic, and so we can feel my man's in and some of the audience.
Yeah, so this is some kind of way to kind of bring you up to speed on the good details of where we at, right? Is that yes, everything Corey was said, you know, Corey got his side of the story, you know what I'm saying? And there might be a detail or two, you know what I'm saying, in or out of place, right? Because the story old, you know what I'm saying? You know how niggas tell the story. They might put some flair on it here or there. It really do happen like that, right? So that actually don't trip me out, that it might be a little piece here or a piece there, right?
So
Anyway,
you wasn't there, Logic? You wasn't there when the conversation was had?
I wasn't there when the conversation was had with Corey, right? So I heard the story at a totally different time. So when I heard the story, well, I was in a Discord. I was still in the pseudo killer Discord, and Unc tells the story, and you know what I'm saying, we run through it. You know, he was.
Hey, I'm gonna grab a Pepsi real quick, not to cut you off. I'm gonna grab a Pepsi real quick.
Go ahead. He was killing chickens, right? Then he killed. Well, I actually don't believe he killed the goat. I actually, even in my story, I remember him saying he didn't kill the goat, and then I remember someone suggesting a gorilla. Right, as if we could go further than the ram. Now, I could see that being a joke. I could see that being, you know what I'm saying, like never something that people would seriously consider doing. But it's in the story. Is the whole point, right? I remember that in your story somewhere, a gorilla could have potentially gotten sacrificed. Like he was on the list of animals. It could have been something crazy. Unc could have been like, you know what? I ain't gonna get this chance again. Y'all get the fuck out the way. I'm gonna sacrifice this gorilla, right? Like he had a chance to do that. It really, like, you know what I'm saying? He literally could have just picked up the phone and said, man, nah, bring that motherfucker over. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me, I'm kind of like, I'm thinking that like Corey, other people also know he done, you know,
embellish.
I mean, no. I'm embellishing. I'm actually gonna say I'm embellishing. I'm embellishing on the fact that of what he did with the gorilla, right? Like I might say he killed the gorilla with his bare hands, but I'm just fucking around. I'm messing around because I know this gorilla's in your story. You know what I'm saying? It's like I know you understand that. You know what I'm saying? But you done tried. You know, a nigga done told you something. You done seen somebody slip and fall. You tell it they shoe went all in the air, and you know what I'm saying? It like niggas really do that.
So yeah, I feel what you're saying, because for Corey's story just to be, you know, literal, right? And you heard the same story, and you was just like, nah,
right?
Niggas was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like, so I can
right.
feel it already.
Because you see, you listening to it from like never heard the story. Me just telling you he sacrificed chickens, passed on a goat, and then I say the word gorilla. You like, man, ain't no fucking way. you like, bro, ain't I don't like miss me with that. There's just too many problems. Like, ain't no way y'all was uptown just getting a gorilla. You know what I'm saying? What? Just to sacrifice it too? So
I definitely want to take that literal.
When I heard the story, I actually heard that the guy gave them a price of $10,000, right? I've heard this whole conversation back, and I have heard myself say that y'all went and got this gorilla for $10,000. Now there I was wrong, right? It didn't change how I remembered it. I was saying it wrong, trying to like really, you know, at this point I'm trying to like, you know, jar your memory. Like how you forget a whole fucking gorilla about your story? Your story is so crazy that you forgot about a gorilla one time.
Man, ain't nobody forgetting about no gorilla, no damn story.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Exactly. See, when you put common sense to it, ain't nobody forgot no shit like that. So when I say the time you almost sacrificed a gorilla, it ain't too many goddamn times where you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know exactly what as silly as that sound, right? Due diligence. You would have just been real, like, damn, bro. Yeah, you maybe you ain't had to say it like that, but yeah, you know, he did kind of say he could get one. So you know what I'm saying? That was just me keeping it real. That's where it came from, and I like what I'm saying, and the fact that he actually made a video trying to claim that I was hallucinating about this gorilla, right? Tell me what this say right here. I'm about to play this. Tell me what this say, due diligence. Easy. What is he saying?
I'm trying to figure out how niggas think you can get your hands on a gorilla. I'm still fucked up.
Because they
just explain. to me.
I can't get
How a human being, where are you gonna put him at? Where did they house this?
But if Corey, listen, but on the low, y'all can say what
They
y'all
go
want
to the-
about Corey,
they go
say
to
what
the
you want about
Congo?
Logic. If they both heard Gorilla specifically,
But they did. You believe that?
it was
I heard,
said.
Brad, I heard the story, bro.
What
That's
he
why I
said?
told.
Didn't
I
he
said,
say that we didn't hear Gorilla, bro?
go. I heard the story.
So how
So
the
I'm
fuck
saying,
did
so I'm
saying, bro, where are you
starting to believe
gonna go get a gorilla from? The Congo?
No, I'm asking. Though. I'm asking. How the fuck did they both without no?
No, why didn't they question me on it though, yo? So they was actually calling it out, and they don't sit there and listen to me say that though,
every day after you said something. If you'd have said that to me,
right,
ever,
Brad?
I would have never spoken to you again. That'd have been our last conversation, bro. I'm
God.
I would have
Listen to me say that though, and they question me on it though.
I'm asking. How the fuck did they both without no?
No, why didn't they question me on it though, yo?
Ain't no
So
Gorilla?
they was actually calling it out, and they don't sit there and listen to me say that though,
every day after you said something. If you'd have said that to me,
right,
ever,
Brad?
He doubled
We
down
learn
on it
some
again.
rituals, right? Learn how to say we sacrifice chickens, yo. Right? So everybody had to get their own chickens, go to the farm, get the chickens, come back, sacrifice the chickens. We had to go to the graveyard. We had to get a gravestone. We had to get some wood from the graveyard. That's the stick y'all see me hold, right? So we did all that. God dang. Hold on. So we listen. So
No, pause right there.
I just sacrificed and all
Pause.
that. Okay. So
You got to pause that. Now, see,
Hell no. Let
now,
him go. What
now,
the hell?
No, hold on just 1 second, because Logic missed that, right? Now, I just want to say to you, Logic, he was explaining, this is why I be upset with y'all, right? Because while y'all trying to figure everything out, he's explaining this to you guys. I'm muted. I'm at work at this time. I'm listening, right? But I'm doing concrete at this time. I remember exactly what was going on. I hadn't spoke in a while, but I'm just listening, right? Now he's explaining to y'all all about the animal sacrifice. And y'all didn't hear when he said that he went to the woods and got the stick and got the Papa Shango stick, man. I'm upset that y'all didn't hear that though, Logic. It's like, man, come on, man. How y'all let that go? Like I wanted to come off mute, but I couldn't. You know, it's certain things you can't let go, man.
Some of the details make this story so crazy, bro. I'll tell you another one I didn't hear. I don't think I got a clip of it, right? But the guy told him, right? He said, y'all gotta do it in the graveyard, Corey. Right?
Yeah.
That's what he said. The guy told him that. Then he told him, y'all gotta do it in some rich people graveyard too, Corey.
But it's another thing that y'all didn't pick up, right?
I didn't catch that.
So Sosa, when I was like, I kept saying, yo, they was in the graveyard behind the Kinkos, right?
Man.
Sosa goes on and says, yeah. Like he trying to get me to move on to something else. He's like, yeah, Corey, I know the graveyard that you're talking about. Bro, it's like, bro, like some of this.
Oh my God, dog.
It's like, man, this ain't real, man. And y'all don't be hearing half this shit. And that's be the problem with me, man. I always hear this shit, bro. And that's why I be thinking this shit is wild, right? And then y'all be looking at me like, no, Corey, you exaggerating, man. It ain't what you saying it is. You exaggerating a little bit. But no, it's not. But in this video, right? Is that due diligence? What up, my guy? I ain't even holler at you in a minute. But anyway, so for you, due diligence, in this video, he actually confesses and said, no, Corey, you didn't lie, right? So you actually told the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I hopefully we got that clip. I don't know if we got that clip.
The one where you know what? I was looking, bro. I've been looking for like the past 2 days. You know that shit get boring. You got to stop after a while.
Yeah.
I've been looking, man. I got some good ones.
It's not far from where we at now, though. It's not
Is
that
it not?
far.
Okay, I could let some of this mug run. What was it? This one? I think it's this one.
It was the one you were just playing.
This
it
shit
was the
was
next
wild.
morning. It was the next morning when we was in the morning and he had already done his show. Which one was that?
Okay. I think I do know the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
I hope ain't none of this shit true, man. Ain't no way Unc talking about he did.
Yeah,
now again, due diligence. They wasn't with this shit. Like the guy that they was getting the farm animals from, he suggested the gorilla. Now they wasn't asking him for a gorilla or no shit like that. This was just some shit that he suggested. You know what I'm saying? So I just want that to be on the table. All right, clear. All right, but go ahead. But again, the gorilla is really a sidebar, to tell you the truth, right? You got 5 grown men. They're behind a Kinko's, right? In the middle of Atlanta, behind a Kinko's in a graveyard, sacrificing animals. Now just picture that in your head. Pull up the thing again.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy work. Sacrificing chickens and gorillas is crazy work.
In the graveyard.
Look at the Kinko's in the backyard, in the background. Look at the Kinko's in the back.
In the graveyard, man. But I'm the nigga hallucinating and I'm my mental faculties is
wrong. It's something. What did they call it? Logic got something wrong with his brain. It's called
hallucinating.
No, it's called
confabulation. This shit ain't real, man. This shit ain't real.
Confabulation is what's wrong with
confabulation is what it is.
Yeah.
Due diligence, what you mean it ain't real, bro? I got the whole thing like he actually said it. This the one that you talking about though, Corey. The one where you talking about when he,
because that's when it all came clear. Yeah.
This after he woke up and stopped tripping.
Yeah, he quit tripping then. He like, nah, I can't. They got me. They caught me.
Did y'all super capping on that, right? And then y'all said it so much, I started saying, wait a minute, Logic wouldn't lie like that to me. Nope. And I said, Corey is a wild ass nigga, but I ain't see him just make up shit. I said, what the fuck is going on? Where the fuck is the gorilla? Looked at the video and I said, well, Joe. So y'all can get this on tape. No, you ain't say I was aiming nothing. But in my head, as a human, I was like, ain't no way in the world. I told niggas I captured a gorilla and for $10,000. That did come out though. I was like, what? I ain't told nobody that. So I mean, that's just a lesson for all of us in our memory, yo, and how we thinking, what we. Yeah, yo, come on, bro. Like I know Campbell couldn't say that shit.
Memory part. That's why I asked you, was that memory?
There y'all go, nigga. Some kind of way, bro. Some kind of way, every conversation after that was about $10,000. When I know good and damn well we was talking about a damn gorilla, bro. I guess that's just like the crust of it. Now it's just kind of silly how we had to go full circle to get there. You know what I'm saying? I had to be a lie, Corey had to be a lie, and like then the whole Discord got to be liars. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is really out there in the graveyard, gang. We tripping off of $10,000 and like the whole everything else was really the real deal. I don't know how y'all feel for that. That's crazy. For real, like just like I told Unc, I'm not saying nothing that I ain't even said. Like for real, that's really on the pseudo killers, bro.
But too, I don't understand. Like it never even had to get to that, right? He could have just been like, yeah, I remember that story, and you know what I'm saying, yeah, because he had to say it anyway. Like, yeah, I wanted to see what the voodoo shit was doing. You know what I mean? Like we just sacrificed some chickens. You know what I mean?
You niggas are lying. Unc ain't never said no shit like that. Y'all lying on that man's name. I've been knowing Unc for about 6 years. Ain't no way in hell Unc said
Hey, you
nothing
ever
about.
see you ever see that stick? The him with the picture, and he got the stick in his hand.
Pull it up.
The Papa Shango stick. Due diligence.
Where can I pull that? How can I
You
pull
ain't
that up?
did no shit like that, man. Y'all don't put that jacket on that man like that.
That's not a jacket. Why is a jacket?
I can get the Papa.
Cause he ain't do no shit. Unc ain't into no supernatural. Y'all tripping, man.
Man,
okay.
Now for real. Now he do get it. You know, I definitely can be like he could go and try some things and then come out of it. I could definitely say that, but like, don't try to say you told me you did it, and then I'd be like, yeah, you did it, and then you come back and be like, nah, you ain't do it. That's kind of crazy. Like you do it to like just to make me look like I'm tripping, but you the one was really doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of tripping me out right there. Boom, here we go. You know, there go the stick right there.
Oh, you already got it. Okay, good.
You see it, dude?
Nah, it ain't on the screen. There. That's the Bashango stick.
That's the Papa Shango stick, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man, he said he was gonna kill the chicken.
Not only that, he said it got blood on it. He said it got blood on that stick.
Blood on there. Yeah, you drop the blood on the stick, and then you move it to the rock. Drop some of the blood on the rock, and then move it back over to the stick. Like you got to do all of that.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
One thing about Unc, I don't give a damn what's it. Unc gonna win. And if he got to do Nuwabian, Voodoo, Hebrew, he gonna win. Goddamn.
Hold up, but this like on his show, right? Where they was supposedly right after he done said ain't no gorilla in the story, right? He had to go home, look up this video, right?
Yeah. You got a clip of that video? I ain't got a clip of that his show video.
There you go.
Okay. You ain't playing it. You ain't playing
Oh,
it.
it's not playing.
No, it ain't popped up yet. Here it go.
Okay, I got it. Cause it changed screens. There you go.
Like the man can get us the gorilla. Crazy. Let's get real.
Yeah, rewind it all the way back.
Come on, remember we used to go to the farm and get the chicken?
Come on, we at the farm now? Okay, let's talk about the farm. Hold on. All I know is the sacrifice is starting to get big. I was like, we went from chicken.
Michael was crazy.
So they started getting bigger, right? I still want to know why the chicken wasn't enough, huh? Why y'all need to go from the damn chicken to the goat? I mean, I know you. I actually believe you. I don't think you killed the goat, but what was like the reasoning behind that? And then, you know what I'm saying? Because I kind of want to be able to draw some conclusions and make up the truth about this gorilla. You know what I'm saying? Using that same logic.
I want to know, how did the sacrifices start getting bigger? What do they mean by that? Like, he said, well, the sacrifices started getting bigger. Like, so they went from chickens to something bigger.
Nah,
I don't know,
Corey. But like Logic said, they doing this for some type of reason. Like, what's the reason? Like, you know what I'm saying? People be trying to get riches, be trying to get bitches. You know what I'm saying? Everything. What are you sacrificing for? You know, you trying to conjure up a demon? Demon?
They trying to get rid of the evil spirits, right?
Yeah,
so
they were just simply washing their sins away, man. That's all.
Right.
No. Is that what he said? Is that what y'all believe?
No, I'm actually throwing
that's kind of
I'm spicing it up again.
What I got out of his kind of.
I'm spicing it up again. He did it for no reason, bro.
No, man. People sacrifice stuff because they be trying to like manipulate like spirits and shit like that. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. When
I know Unc ain't trying to do no spirits due diligence. I can't even believe you let yourself say that.
Bro, all I'm saying is I ain't in the, you know what I'm saying, the supernatural realm. But if somebody doing a sacrifice, they trying to conjure up spirits and make them do. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, they listen. I don't know what they was trying to do, But keep playing it because I don't think due diligence. He need to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Nigga, I was like, we went from chicken.
Mikey was crazy.
Let's get ram.
Mikey was crazy. He was like, the man can get us the gorilla. We want one. I said, a gorilla. I was like, a gorilla? What we gonna do with a gorilla, man?
Nah, it is funny now.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious, bro. You definitely cannot not laugh at that, bro. Like it's gonna be funny if you rewind that and watch that shit 10 times, bro. You gonna laugh 10 times.
That's wild. That's wild.
Think about, hold up, bro.
I'm just saying a few things that's gonna be funny when I'm 80. Like when I'm 80 years old, the whole the magi in your blood shit, bro. That shit, it ain't gonna never be a day when that shit ain't hilarious, bro.
I couldn't imagine that in real life, though. I'm trying to picture that in real life, like we sacrificing chickens and somebody like, I can get you a gorilla, and I'll be like, I can't even imagine that. That don't even sound real, bro. That sound like some South Park shit.
Wow, it sounds wild. It sounds just as wild as sacrifice. Just hold on, like they actually sacrifice chickens, you know, right?
Yeah,
but not in their backyard. It was not in the back. I could even like if it was in the backyard, bro. I might be able to kind of excuse it a little bit. Do diligence.
It could be a little bit better.
It would be a little bit better in the backyard, right? But in the graveyard behind the Kinko's, in the middle of Atlanta, that's to me. That's wild.
That means you ain't far from a red light, nigga. That's what that really means. That means motherfucking cars is passing, right? Yeah. Motherfuckers is zooming past you and shit, and you back there
on some Mission Impossible shit. You hear me? Yeah. Motherfucker was on a mission.
Chopping trees, they chopping branches down out the trees, and they desecrating the cemetery, bro. It's wild as fuck, bro. Like, why are y'all out here desecrating this cemetery, bro? You got bowls of blood because a sacrifice. Listen, the sacrifice is not about the chicken per se. The sacrifice is about the blood, right? You washing the sins away with the blood, right? Or the spirits away with the blood, right? So y'all out here in the middle of public. Now they behind the graveyard is behind the Kinko's.
Yo, stop. Y'all finna get the feds in this. Listen, bro, you saying too much.
No,
that nigga gonna end up in the feds. Don't say it, Corey.
100 feet away, bro. Literally.
Hey, listen. Just imagine you walking past, like maybe just imagine you was walking your dog and shit, right? You jogging and shit. You know what I mean? You and your dog. You going on your normal route. You normally run past the graveyard by the Kinko's every day, right? You jog, and then you look. You know how you do a double take? you do like, what the fuck? It's a niggas out there with candles and shit.
Ooh, shit, man.
Chasing chickens. The chickens running around and shit. There's blood and chicken feathers every goddamn where goddamn in the middle of it. And this nigga got a stick. This nigga.
This motherfucker trying to herd the chickens and shit with the stick. God damn.
Yeah, he got a
you shall not pass stick.
Right. He got a shepherd stick. He a damn shepherd and shit, man. Shit is wild, bro. Man.
Shit crazy, gang. This shit crazy, bro.
It's wild as hell, bro. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, bro. But due diligence. That's all I can give you, bro. Like, if I was you, I wouldn't believe it. Like, I'll be like, even though y'all done showed me the video and him saying it, like, I still be like, yo, y'all lying, bro. Y'all still put that,
I
put that together.
I think y'all
If
lying
I
right
was
now.
you, due diligence, that's what I'd be like. I'd be like, bro,
Ain't no
y'all
goddamn way.
doctored that video. Ain't no way he
All right.
was out
Either
there.
way, that shit is hilarious as fuck, though, bro.
There's no
Like,
damn way. That
I
nigga.
really can't imagine that in real life. Like, I can't even really conceive that. But to know that there's possibly a real, that shit's hilarious as fuck, bro. I can't see it.
I think y'all lying right now, gang. I think Uncle Nim was back there frying them chickens, bro. They wasn't back there doing no rituals and shit.
Hey,
Y'all
they
tripping.
say y'all got me crying tears, man.
Them niggas was back there. Them niggas was back there making wing plates or something, man. They wasn't back there doing that African stuff.
Hey, they say he said out of his own mouth, he said he had to go get the Papa Shango stick. He had to go get he had to go get the Papa Shango stick out the graveyard and shit.
Chef,
man.
which one are you talking about? I
What
think he
Chef
talking about
about?
this. Let me see what Chef talking about.
The first clip.
Man. This one? There ain't no gorilla.
He is funny. It ain't playing yet, or the screen ain't sharing or whatever.
Show. We learned some rituals, right? Learn how to say we sacrifice chickens, yo. Right? So everybody had to get their own chickens, go to the farm, get the chickens, come back, sacrifice the chickens. We had to go to the graveyard. We had to get a gravestone. We had to get some wood from the graveyard. That's the stick y'all see me hold, right? So we did all that. God dang. Hold on. So we did all that. I did the sacrifice and all that. Okay. So these niggas want to the Eddie and get a ram. At that point, you're like, well, that ain't do nothing for me. So I understood at that point, you can't be afraid to do it. If you're afraid to do it, then that means you are scared of the God they taught you about, right? Because their active spirituality is evil. It's actually not. It's just some of their customary traditions. So once I did it, right, it was easy for me to say, well, ain't nothing to this. I'm done with that. Niggas tried to move to the next step was to get a ram. That's what that was. It wasn't no gorilla.
There was no gorilla.
Yeah.
I don't know what they doing with that stone, bro. I was listening to it. I was listening to it some kind of way. What he described was that he was pouring the blood. He would cut the chicken head off. He would pour the blood on the stone and then on the stick and then back on the stone. Like, I don't know what that was or what that was about, but that's.
See, you got a lot more detail than me, or at least I can't remember like that detail.
Yeah,
but I never knew about the
clip up. So
I never knew that it was a stone involved. I just knew about the stick. I never knew it was a stone involved.
So now you got this image, right, of all these niggas walking up to the park, right, holding up. They walking up to the cemetery.
And they rubbing blood on the stone and shit. The stone, like, bro, like if the police would have came out there, dude, they would have shot them niggas, bro.
Nigga, you see them motherfuckers.
Hey, they would have shot them
niggas was menaces to society, bro. You see him in the background, gang.
Right. Hey, this nigga chasing the gorilla.
You see the lights in the background?
The baby chimp.
It's crazy, bro.
Hey, the chicken's already cut up. Yeah, that's funny as hell. You already got some chickens already with their neck cut off and shit there.
Yeah, man, this had to be done though, bro. This actually had to be done. And for real, on a serious note, bro. Man, y'all actually, like, in some way, I have to say y'all, but man, where's the accountability, dog? Like,
right.
for real. And all
there
and
is
all
no
dead
more
serious
accountability.
grown people conversation right there. Like, dude, dead serious. Like my brain, like, you know what I'm saying? Literally, my brain is the part that's fucking up.
Hey, this ain't like, okay, now again, if it would be better if they was like 17 but these niggas is in their 30s, bro. You see what I'm saying? They growner than grown. Probably growner than 30. I'm being generous with the 30s. These niggas liable to have been 40s and 50s doing this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, like, this shit is at the wild, it's at the top of wild, bro. Like, I don't understand. And like you said, where's the accountability at, right? And then, like, he just do one wild thing after another. It just should be funny as fuck to me. Like, I mean, like, after you say the shit, you got the blood of a Magi archer. Once you say that, bro, like, it don't surprise me. Like, nothing else is gonna shock me. I don't know why.
Whose blood is it though? Whose blood is it?
Whose blood is who? What? What do you mean?
Of the Magi blood is it?
Got the blood of a Magi archer.
Okay.
You know what, gang? I'd have been cool if he just was like, man, they got me in that region or something, bro. But nah, this nigga know the tribe and their goddamn thing. Goddamn, the Magi, bro. He got what? Did he stand on that a couple of days? He ain't run from that shit, did he, Corey?
No.
He a true Magi, gang.
Straight up, he in the wrong group. Then what the fuck?
And then he got the nerve.
He didn't run from that shit.
Then he got the nerve to beef with Smash and shit. It's like,
That shit crazy as hell. Y'all supposed to be blood brothers.
Right.
Declaring that shit like that. Just did he declare it like that? Say you fucking with somebody that got the blood of a Magi archer. Like,
now look, Corey, a nigga say we wrong, right? But all of this shit actually happened, right? We ain't supposed to. We can't say nothing.
Right.
Come on, gang. That's for
and
real.
Then, another thing is like, where is the accountability? Like, his name, listen, you got to pull that picture up with the Papa Shango stick again, right? Because he's trying to say that he ain't never said Egypt was black, right? But this guy, his name is Brother Unc.
He never
Uncle
said
Keck.
it.
His name Uncle Keck, and he ain't never said the Egyptians was black. To me, somebody should cuss his ass out just for that. It shouldn't be me. I shouldn't cuss him out, right? Because, you know, they motherfuckers tired of me and him going back and forth. Somebody in the audience, an audience member, ought to come on the panel and cuss his motherfucking ass out and be like, bro, why the fuck is you trying to gaslight her? Why is you playing with my goddamn intelligence, bro? You mean to tell me you stand on the shoulders of a nigga who wrote a book called The Black Man of the Nile, right? And called The Black Man of the Nile. And your name is Brother Unc. And you ain't never said the Egyptians was black, bro. Man, cut that bullshit. That ain't never what I was saying. And it was at one point, listen, one point in the argument, he said Dr. Ben ain't never said that. It was one point in the argument logic where he was trying to tell us that Dr. Ben didn't say that, bro.
He did. I remember that actually. I actually remember him trying to tell us, oh, Dr. Ben meant that they was African. See, like, that's definitely some shit, right? Right, that I can't let you just be walking around saying that, and I don't tell
and look at his shirt. Look, hold on.
It's fuck, gang.
I skipped a couple things, bro. He's a he's not just a member, but he's the founder of a group called the Amun-Ra Squad.
I can't do it like this. Yo.
The Amun-Ra Squad, right? Now look at the shirt he got on. The Amun-Ra squad symbol is the Eye of Horus in the pyramid, right? Now, his name is Brother Ankh, right? He got an Ankh chain on, right? He got a Papa Shango stick, right? With blood rubbed on it, right? But he ain't never said the Egyptians was black. See, this be the shit where I be like, bro, for y'all in the audience, bro, I got a bridge to sell you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas wouldn't last, most of you niggas in the audience wouldn't last a day in the hood I came up in. Because motherfuckers is running game all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't recognize when game is being ran on you, you probably in a fucked up situation. That's probably why you on Sinetta and the community of skeptics trying to figure out your identity and shit. You know what I mean? Arguing back and forth whether you're a Hebrew Israelite with somebody named Brother Ankh. That's probably why you in that fucked up situation. Because you don't recognize when game is being ran on you. And this is why I get my black ass on here. The only reason why I get my black, ugly, blind ass on this motherfucking camera and talk their shit because I'm tired of motherfuckers coming to the black community with the bottles of snake oil. Scheming, scamming, and running game. You know what I mean? And then when a nigga call the shit out, oh, where's my pearls? I gotta clutch my pearls now. You know what I mean? Everybody grabbing for pearls and shit. Once a motherfucker call you out on your bullshit. Motherfucker call you out on your bullshit now. You understand what I'm saying? Now, you can't tell me this. Now, if you told any other regular motherfucker this on the street, like, bro, this nigga, his name is Brother Ankh. He's the founder of the Amun-Ra squad, and he stands on the shoulder of a guy who wrote The Black Man of the Nile. But he ain't never been talking about the Egyptians being black. All he been saying the whole time is they African.
The whole time.
Bro, listen. If you fall for that game, you deserve to fall for that game. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing I can do for you. If you're falling for Dr. Ben as an elder, if you're looking at all these wild ass Hebrew General Yohana and all these old wild ass, they all the same to me. Dr. York and Polite and Umar Johnson, every last one of them got, even Jabari. Y'all can talk all that shit about, well, Jabari went this class and got a diploma, and I wouldn't give a fuck. What that mean? He ain't able to be a snake oil salesman now. That disqualifies him from being a goddamn 3-card money dealer. Because he got some type of piece of paper behind his motherfucking name. Boy, y'all boy, I'm telling you, you can't see game being ran on you. That's why you in the fucked up situation you in. All you niggas pushing Egypt, listening that Smash talk about the TLA for 10 hours a day. Looking up black words. They looking up words that mean black in the TLA. Talking about the people who made the TLA is somehow misleading or hiding the truth or so, a bunch of fucking bullshit. And soon as a nigga say it, soon as the guy that says that, he the worst motherfucker on the planet. I'm the worst guy that these people on these channels, all of these guys in this chat, all them folks on the panels, the Sidnetta and the community skeptics and the pseudo. I'm the worst guy they ever heard. I'm the most full of shit motherfucker they ever heard in their life. Because I tells it like it is. Garfield. Look, all these 3-card Monty snake oil scam artists. Garfield, he's talking about, he said one time that he went on a sting operation with the police. And then got mad at me because I ain't believe it. Well, you talking about my daughter? Well, nigga, you the one who brought it on the fucking internet, nigga. Like, I don't have no empathy for you fake ass snake oil salesmen, bro. Selling credit. And then you got Brother Ankh promoting the bullshit. You know what I mean? Well, Garfield, he ain't never scammed me. He took care of my credit. All this old boy doing commercials. You got Brother Ankh doing a goddamn commercial for this nigga, right? Calling my mama all kind of bitches and hoes and shit. Cause and you think that shit bothers me. Like, bro, like I said, it's been 5th grade since I stopped whooping niggas' ass for that shit. But anyway, he mad at me because I'm saying, like, bro, that credit repair shit is a goddamn scam, bro. What the fuck? Don't be that's my friend Garfield and fuck you and your granddaddy and all this old bullshit, bro. We're polite. Listen, see, look, now I can go, Logic. I can go on and on and on. This was finna hit hard. This one finna hit a little harder though, Logic. Polite. And the pseudo killers over there. Well, after they done noticed, after the police that said, well, we done found this man's semen on this little.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
No, we ain't gotta be stopped. We ain't got to be stopped. Listen, Logic. They tell everybody the police. Now there's the police now. They say they say, well, yeah, we done found this man's semen all over this little girl's shirt collar, right? Unc say, well, you know, polite, he's slick. I'm gonna wait until the jury and see what the jury say, or I'm gonna wait to the end to the judge. It's like, what? Wait till what? What do you mean? What? Listen, making all these excuses and shit. Well, I'm not gonna be the one because when he get exonerated, then he gonna be talking shit. I wouldn't give a fuck whether either way, Logic. I wouldn't have never gave a fuck. Now here this nigga go, right? On some bullshit, bro. Hold on, my camera ain't even charging. Yeah, but go ahead, Logic. You take over while I straighten my camera out.
Oh man, gang. I mean, so let me be clear, man. I want to say I want to make sure I'm being real clear about what I'm saying when I'm talking about the accountability, right? See, like honestly, he can't say nothing different because it wouldn't be true. Like when he get on the phone, I'm actually usually a lot harsher about the stuff I'm saying on the phone than usually what I say out loud. But I tell him all the shit. I tell him, yes, that shit sound like a cult. I tell him, yes, they just be, kind of agreeing with you. I tell him. Like it's not like I'm trying to do it to where like I'm asking him to hide the fact that we having the conversation. But if it come up, that's what I'm gonna say, and I tell them that too. You know what I'm saying? If they ask, like, nigga, I tell them, nigga, if you don't want me saying that you ain't in the cult, you wasn't. Don't ask me then, gang, because that shit don't even sound right. You can't be no new been for 5 years and don't be in the cult. Like, I don't want to go for that. I don't want to apply the scientific method. Everything ain't no scientific statement. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, if y'all were doing all that crazy ass shit, that's some cult type shit. Just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that don't require no nuance for me right there. No, nigga, y'all got candles, dead animals. Y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? At the very least, you don't want to be a cult. Y'all was tripping then. Okay, that's what you want. Either way, like for real, y'all was tripping. So that's kind of more so what I really wanted to get across. And sometimes it do be up to us, right? Like it might be a lot of times. I feel like I'm starting to see more of how other people are kind of like letting certain behaviors get way off the rails, right? Because we are kind of like in a crazy ass, climate where niggas is getting called Uncle Toms and Sambos and dumb shit, right? We sitting up here, kind of like twisting up reality behind the goddamn gorilla story, and niggas gotta ask all motherfuckers to just be adults at a certain point. Like that, some of that shit really stupid though. But here we are, man. Here we actually are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I don't know what's up with my camera shit though. It ain't acting right. I'm gonna get it right though. I'm gonna get this right, Logic.
Nah, you good, G. You good, man.
Uh,
A damn day.
yeah, man. It's but it is what it is. But like you said, the accountability, I'm just not seeing that, man. I'm just not seeing the accountability in all of this. You know, motherfuckers getting away with murder, but
Nah, like, but the murder is. I gotta look bad for him to look clean when he could just be real. You know what I'm saying? That's the murder, for real, for real. Well, I gotta be the one who actually made some shit up. No, nigga, the gorilla was in the story. So we gonna sit up here, like you say, right? We gonna get past. Oh, the chicken was wild, right? Nah, the goat was wild, right? The gorilla was wild, and we gonna sit up here and argue about $10,000. The one thing like the actual reality thing, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing real about a nigga just in the middle of the street just killing chickens, gang. That's not. Come on, bro. There's a there's a graveyard, you know what I'm saying, right across the street from Dollar General somewhere. Can y'all imagine niggas just sneaking into the graveyard at night and doing rituals and shit, gang? It's just crazy. And then had a nerd to get caught doing the shit, and then gonna act like I'm lying on you. Like, nigga, we caught you. You was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Why I gotta be lying, nigga? That was you back there doing that shit.
yeah, that's wild. I can't believe like and then you told the story. Like that's the whole thing, bro. Like you act like you didn't tell that story. You know what I mean? Like you got to know you did. I don't know. Motherfuckers just be I guess it's and I don't know. I think that's kind of why I be kind of upset is because I think that's what you do to your female, like your bitch or something, right? You know when you get caught.
You get caught
You know what I'm
red-handed.
saying? Yeah, you tell man, that wasn't me. You tripping. That wasn't my car. You know what I'm saying? Like, clearly she done drove the car a million times. She know what your car look like.
She know the dent and everything on that motherfucker.
Right. Not only that, she seen the goddamn Atlanta Braves hat that you had on. You know what I'm saying? And all the rest of it, the details of it, But yeah, you finna sit here and try to explain to this lady like you ain't, she tripping, like reality ain't real, right? So that's how I look at it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, right? Go find a bitch to do that to. I ain't going for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the bullshit game. And you know, like a female will go for it because, or anybody, like even a man like that in a reverse case, that a man catch the woman doing something or somewhere, right? If they in love, they can convince themselves, well, maybe I am tripping. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I didn't see him. Maybe that wasn't his car, right? You know what I'm saying? But no,
Right.
like you're not gonna get me with that. You're
Some
not
kind
gonna
of way
get me
that
with that.
motherfucker that maybe done creeped you all the way from, you know, from all of this shit is wild to like, damn, where is the $10,000? You know what I'm saying? Like as if ain't none of the rest of this shit just some crazy ass shit that actually did happen, right? And the one thing that you having problems with is $10,000. Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, there's one scenario that could be real, man. I ain't gonna lie, Corey. I'm kind of sleepy as shit, bro. I really appreciate you showing up, man, but I'm a little tired, man. I didn't laughing that damn hard. That shit didn't help.
Oh, it got me on. But the community of skeptics says, fuck these niggas talking about hope they get over 300 views. Like, I wouldn't give a damn if we got 3 views, right? 3 views is enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So I just want, and then your viewership. We appreciate your viewership.
Yeah, man. We definitely appreciate y'all viewership and whatever y'all do and all that kind of shit. Man, whatever, bro. Yeah. Now he mad because we actually telling what actually happened. Now we lying on him again.
Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You know what I mean? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got. Yeah, you got your channel, and you can go over there and run your fucking mouth and lie and do whatever the fuck you want to on your channel, right? But we got one too.
What's
you know
up,
what I'm
Logic?
saying?
What's up, Joey?
You know, in Trinidad, we call this do so, don't like so.
What's that mean?
Which means the people who like to say and do things, but when the tables is turned on them, it's a problem. They cry about doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes back to the whole conversation we have of having some understanding and respect when you're trying to say something about other people and giving a proper critique as opposed to personal criticism. Sometimes all of that extra is not called for. You have to be understanding and be a little bit diplomatic. Sometimes you could cuss a motherfucker out because they look for cuss out and they don't deserve respect. And this is where Ankh gets himself in trouble. This is why he fell out with Smash, because he started going down a different road and he went somewhere else. So this is where all of that comes from, because they know each other personally. They went down a whole nother road when it was just simply supposed to be an intellectual, friendly conversation. And this is a learning lesson for all of us. We don't have to be so aggressive and personal all the time with your critiques, because most of us don't know each other anyway.
The way he took it there, though, I mean, he the one that made it all serious for real. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like I said, I'm just stating what I would feel like is a regular fact.
Hey, and you know what the crazy part is, though, Logic? I learned about this story like 3 years ago. It was so insignificant to me that I never mentioned it. Like, I forgot about it probably the next day. It's just the fact that he was denying it is why we even here. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when he tried to make it seem like you was crazy, and I'm like, oh, nah, he ain't crazy because I heard the same story. You see what I'm saying? That's why we here. All he had to do was be like, yeah, whatever, you know, I told the story and what? And you would have got to your point about him, the coat part, because that was all that you was trying to get your coat point across. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so
that's really all it was, bro.
That was all it was.
it wasn't really nothing. It wasn't nothing to be personal or mad about. Like for real. Like even if we corrected it right then and there and be like, yeah, you know, I did such and such. I didn't do such and such. But that wasn't a cult. We could have even had that conversation. But what happened was a nigga set up here act like I'm lying for days, right? That's what happened. That's really what happened. So now it's fuck me because I'm saying what really happened the whole time. So he gonna make a show and say how my brain malfunctioning and shit, right? But when I tell the story on how it actually happened, it's fuck me. That's crazy.
You had too much fun. You had way.
I guess I'm having too much fun. It'd be like that.
Telling that story today. That was cold blooded.
See, but we also have to understand this is people's real spiritual practice, and people will get offended thinking that we're making fun of them, and that's not necessarily the case.
No, they should be offended by Ankh and his friends, right? Disrespecting they spiritual practice. In the graveyard behind Kinko's. You know what I'm saying? Doing wild shit, disrespecting their culture because people take that serious. And this guy and his friends
out there half stepping in the graveyard.
Doing some bullshit, bro. I don't understand.
And this is why you always hear me say we need to have these conversations to understand what these things are about. Because people just putting it out there to make you think people crazy and they run around killing up chickens for no reason, slashing blood all over gravestones, and I'm sure that is not the whole picture, if that is part of it. So these conversations are important in terms of delineating the fuck shit from people's real spiritual practices and people's real life and what they really do.
And you know, so Ankh is
everybody's getting lumped in now.
He's an atheist, right? So you know he don't believe a word of that shit. The rituals and all that, but yet he's out there disrespecting these people's culture who really do believe this shit, right? Him and his friends is out behind the Kinko's chasing chickens around with a stick.
But this
wild shit is wild to me.
But all of that, but all of that could have simply, it didn't have to go this far. Even if you had an issue with it, you could have just simply said, that was your past. We understand that. We're not holding it against you because everybody has some things in their past that they might not.
I ain't holding none of that shit against.
I never held it against them because I heard the story 3 years ago and I never mentioned a word about it. You know why? Because we were all on the call that I was on, because Logic wasn't on the same call, right? On the call that I was on, we were all talking about the pseudo things that we had took part in. You see what I'm saying? I talked about the ancient aliens and the 9/11 truther and all that shit. I talked about the talking to my plants and all that. You know what I mean? See, it's not making fun. I don't make fun of people because they had pseudo thoughts or whatever. Or I'm not one to come to somebody as if that I ain't never been pseudo before. The point is, brother, that when we brought this shit up, when Logic brought that shit up, he tried to act like Logic made that up out of whole cloth and did a whole show about how Logic got fucked up parts of his brain. His brains got what is it again? Logic.
I can't even remember the term, nigga. some shit I done had a malfunction in my brain.
He had a fucking malfunction in his goddamn brain. But the whole time, Unc is sitting up here lying, trying to make a fool out of somebody. It would have never went this far. It would have never, ever in a million years went this far. But you try to make a fool out of somebody, and now you the fool. You see what I'm saying?
But once again, this goes back to the topic of bringing your personal views into an intellectual space and try and make it intellectual as opposed to saying, I think Logic is a goddamn liar. Just say that.
Mm-hmm.
You could have came back from that, but don't try and intellectualize it and say his brain malfunction if you just simply want to say he's a fucking liar. Say he's a liar. And you could have worked that out later. Say he's a liar if you think he's lying. And you can, but this is the thing now. People are wielding these things because they think all of us are stupid and we can't read for ourselves. So now because you use a couple of big words, Logic can't read, Corey can't read, and Jose can't read to follow along with what you're saying. So now you feel you have something over someone intellectually. And this is the problem. Everybody can fucking read an article and repeat what's in the article and understand what's in the article. So the arrogant attitude doesn't help you. You understand?
He got confabulation in his brain. That's what it is. It's
It's not.
confabulation. Logic's brain
No,
is full of confabulation.
no, it's not confabulation. It's called being arrogant and thinking everyone else is stupid and no one can read and write. And that's insulting people's intelligence. Some people just want to be humble and have an honest conversation. I don't have to throw what I know or what I think I know in front of you. Because we're tired of telling Ankh, you can't come on here and quote a fucking flaming racist from 1695 and then say black African power. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. Darwin was a fucking racist. He is now a pseudo. You can't continue quoting these things and then get mad when people point out that it's not correct. He had no scientific method behind it other than being funded by some racists and making racist statements. He is no longer considered an authority in the community. You cannot do that. You can't bring in white scholars to try to disrespect black people, and the white scholars are agreeing with us the whole time saying what we're saying, but they're dancing all around the topic. This is the problem. You can't be with somebody like Garfield who paid a white scholar to disrespect your brother, and now when we point it out, there's a problem with it. Because
not only did Garfield disrespect somebody, but he was scamming the community.
Right, but you do know when they were having
selling
a debate,
credit repair.
But you do know when he was having a debate, that doctor said that Garfield paid him to critique Jabari's work.
Well,
and when they had the conversation,
one 3-card money dealer fucking over another 3-card money.
No, I'm not.
That's kind of what goes on.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because I don't think Jabari is scamming people. It's not
Jabari
the same.
Is a 3-card money dealer.
I'm gonna disagree.
I know, because he's so eloquent and nice.
No, it's not the same thing.
He scam you in a nice way, and he
No,
does.
I don't think so.
He really does. But anyway, I'm getting sleepy, man. Logic,
I'm definitely getting sleepy.
You got any last words? Hey, on the sidebar, right? I didn't realize that was my StreamYard picture. Boy, that's co-host Salmon. Boy, that was a bad I wrestled that motherfucker from like 500 yards out there, bro.
That looked like a big motherfucker.
He was deep. He a 21-pounder. That's a 21-pounder, bro. Hey, that nigga was deep out there, bro. I wrestled his ass. And we caught like 20 of them bitches that day. We caught some. It was some lake trout too, but we caught.
Actually, so you say that's in the lake, so you wouldn't really call that deep water fishing, huh?
No, Lake Michigan is shit. Where I'm at out there in that water black. It's so deep right there. The water when you look down is black, bro. It's just black.
Now, do y'all had was that like the reel attached to the boat type shit?
Yeah.
Man, I want to do that. I've been deep sea.
It's a charter boat. I chartered a boat. Yeah.
That shit is awesome, bro. I've been deep sea fishing one time. I've been hunting a couple times, but that ain't nothing like that deep sea fishing. I done fished off the pier a bunch of times.
Lake Michigan is like fishing in the ocean. It's just like fishing in the ocean, but it's you got freshwater fish in there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how big and deep that water is.
Pause. But yeah,
Paul.
But nah, bro, this was fun, man. This was fun. Honestly, bro, I actually think I'm actually surprised at how you handled this for real, because this wasn't even the core that I expected. I kind of almost expected to get out your way and just hear you just blurt out a gang of curse words. But for real, because you know what that tells me? That tells me that like you actually is kind of disappointed about that shit. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, it's been my same.
I can't believe that shit either. Like for real. Like, man, we really about to sit up here and over a fucking gorilla story, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like a gorilla gang. And it's funny as the shit is, right?
I've been where you at though.
It's like as if that would be the thing. And I've been fucking with you all this time. It's like that would be the thing that make me You know what I'm saying? Oh, because he almost sacrificed this gorilla one time. Now I'm looking at you. No, I've been knew that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging you now. I just thought that was a part of the story. And now for the sake of you trying to say something wrong with my brain, right? Oh, now it ain't part of the story no more. Convenient. Right. That's fucking whack. That's whack. But that's all I gotta say in my closing remarks, man. Getting late.
Hey, I'm gonna do some gaming in the morning, man.
Okay. You going live with it?
Since I got everything plugged up, I gotta figure out what's going on with my camera. But yeah, since I got everything plugged up, shit, I'm gonna go live in the morning. Talk some shit. I'm gonna do some politics though. You know what I mean? Gaming and politics.
So. We need to start moving back into that direction.
Yeah.
No, a lot of people talking. I heard said and there was talking about that we ain't got no trade deals right now. That kind of make me want to look at that.
Like, it's scary. We don't have any. We don't have any. And then he just did some wild shit though with China. That's like a national security threat. I'm gonna give y'all the rundown on that. I'm gonna say
that's exactly the same people that like we shouldn't be wanting to do business with, right? Because they trying to freeze us out the game, man. Trump fucking up bad, bro.
But they talking about the AI chips. It's just a lot of. This guy is ate up, and then like he just don't give a damn about nobody but himself, bro. Like as long as he can win, he don't look at like I'm winning as America. Like he mean personally, like Donald Trump personally, not even Trump Enterprises, right? Just like actually just him. He don't give a damn as long as it's a win. And then it don't even have to be a long-term win. It's just got to be for today. It's got to be a win today. That's it. It don't even have to count as a win tomorrow. As long as it count today. It's wild that what situation we in. But like I said before the election was even done, right? America got exactly what it deserved with this president. And we're going to continue to get exactly what we deserve. But yeah.
Yeah, we definitely, man. I'm actually glad you're doing that because we kind of need that's another good off ramp for us after this bullshit ass conversation. Because I know we gonna deal with that Naim Akbar stuff, and I actually think that's gonna take on like a life of its own. So
I got some Amos Wilson shit too. I want to get
perfect. So that's gonna take on a life of its own. It's gonna be like one big conversation over there, and then we can have the politics. And then the sports, right? We'll have almost like 3 different little things that we're doing at the same time. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. So, yeah. So y'all tune in to Corey, man. Corey gonna be doing the gaming, doing some politics in the morning. I gotta shut it down. I'm getting tired of the motherfucker. There you go. That's Amos Wilson right there. Okay, I see you.
Blueprint to Black Power, bro. But I want to get into the it's like chapter. It's on 160 something, right? It's let me see the name of that chapter real quick. So just in case y'all want to get up with me on that chapter, it's policy formation and process, right? What chapter is that, bro? Chapter 9. Chapter 9 starts on 166. Like, I'm gonna be getting into that. Amos Wilson was really ahead of his time. Plus, I'm gonna do a video of him talking with my man's. I forgot the chubbier brother name back in the 70s and shit. He had the little show. But anyway,
Cleveland Brown, or there was another one.
No, it was another. I think not Brown. It might have been him. I think it was Brown. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna go over that, right? And I want to check that video out. That video, he can cut and paste that and put that motherfucker right in 2025, bro. Amos Wilson was way ahead of his time, man. Like the rhetoric, everything, like you can cut and paste it and put it right here in 2025, and it's exactly the way the economics is going now. He already talked about the immigrants. He was already talking about the the visas, the educational visas or whatever. He was talking about that shit back then, bro. You know, all of the capitalism run rampant, like 1981, the year I was born. Amos Wilson was already up on game. You know what I'm saying? He was already talking 2025 game. But yeah, we're gonna go over some of that and get to it though. But I appreciate you. I appreciate this, Logic.
Nah, man. Likewise, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, man.
I
You know
lost
what I'm
about
saying?
10 pounds laughing, like, you know.
Yeah, yeah, bro. This last week, man, I done laughed hard. I ain't said this word gorilla this much ever. I ain't heard it, man. Look, I'll be actually after this. I'll be good if I don't hear the word gorilla for a couple months now, bro. But
right.
Man, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Definitely you, Corey. You know what I'm saying? But I think we actually did it the right way. I think motherfuckers gonna wake up in the morning. They're gonna feel how they feel, but we did what we had to do. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. I feel good about it. But I want to say a lie will make it halfway around the world before the truth get out of bed and get his pants on, bro.
That's true.
So, you know what I mean? Stay up.
All right, G.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.